Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Fimble Famble Saucebox with me, Junkenstein. This week I was really hoping to discuss Penny Dreadful. That did not happen because I had no time this week to watch Penny Dreadful on Netflix, and it's Friday and I don't have time to watch it now because I have to get stuff ready for tomorrow because 100 subs stream. So I just decided this week, instead of Penny Dreadful, I will be talking about Junkenstein's Revenge, which is the new brawl mode in Overwatch. It's super cool, it's super awesome. I played it earlier this week. You can totally check out the video on my channel. And now I just wanna talk about it now that I've let it sit and marinate so I can think about it. So let me get the timer pulled up. Perfect. And let us begin. Okay, so Junkenstein's Revenge. Initial impression, super awesome. Just, I loved everything about it. Let me tell you why. So, I have a little list here of pros and cons, well, things that need to be improved on. In the pros, first thing, right off the bat, there was actual narration in a story. Blizzard really went for it this time. Because the thing is, with most of the brawl modes, it's basically just like, oh, well, you can only use the women heroes, or you can only use tanks, or it randomizes the hero that you get after you die. Like, it just automatically switches. Those are all fun, but I mean, those are essentially just playing the game and then, adding some rider to the heroes that you're allowed to use. It's basically Overwatch just with some weird, quirky custom rule. Now, they did have Lucio Ball in the summer with the Summer Olympics, but, I mean, Lucio Ball was essentially a reskinned version of Rocket League. I mean, Rocket League was really popular, so they're just like, hey, what if we made something like Rocket League, just soccer, and with Lucio? Because he's our Brazilian hero, and it's in Rio. So, that was fun. A lot of people really enjoyed Lucio Ball, but it also didn't have a lot to do with Overwatch. It was just sort of like a fun little mini-game sort of thing that Blizzard made. But, with Junkenstein's Revenge, they actually brought a lot of really cool elements into it, because you had, first of all, the narration. It's Reinhardt telling the story of Junkenstein, which is super cool, and actually, if you read the webcomic that they released with it, it actually sort of gives you a little backstory as to the story that's being told. It's actually being told by Reinhardt. It's actually at an old Halloween party that the original crew of Overwatch was having. And it's so sweet and sad because it was back when they were all friends, and Reaper was nice because he was still known as Gabriel. And they had the moment where Mercy and Torbjorn took the picture that Mercy writes Happy Halloween Winston on, and Anna was the one that took it on a pirate costume. It's great. Anyway, basically all I was trying to say there was it's really cool the work that they put into creating this tiny little mini story for this brawl mode. Also, the aged film look at the beginning, and it's cool. It's really awesome. Now, the other cool thing is that it's wave-style combat, which is something that you don't see in the regular Overwatch games. So, it's still all the, basic functions, the abilities, the weapons, all that of the Overwatch games, but they introduced this interesting new wave style, kind of like players versus robots in TF2. But with, an Overwatch twist, because you had the Zomnics and Junkenstein and all that. Now, I will say, there were a couple things that I thought maybe could be improved upon. First of all, it didn't make sense, the heroes that they picked. Because you had Junkrat, who is reskinned as Junkenstein. You had Roadhog, who is reskinned as Junkenstein's monster. You had Mercy, who was the witch, and Reaper, who was the Reaper. And within the context of the story, all of their individual stories made sense. You got the sense that they were a team, and they were all working together to this goal, and, their skins fit in with the story. You didn't get that with the heroes. It was just 76, Hanzo, Ana, and McCree, and they weren't reskinned or anything. It was just like them. And they had a couple of voice lines that kind of fit in with the story, but you can tell that they were definitely focusing on the villains of the story more than they were focusing on the heroes. So it would have been nice to see that sort of carry over into the heroes that you were playing, so they felt like an actual part of the story too. The other thing that I would really like to see in this story mode is the ability to move up through the level. Like, still have the waves of robots coming at you, you know? And also keep the point defense, because the entire point of the game is that you're defending the gate, right, from the Zomniks and the bosses. I get that that's hard if you are moving up through the level, because what point would you defend? Just the point that you came in with? Or, like, how would that work? But at the same time, I think it would be really cool to move up through different arenas, specifically arenas built to each boss, and then in the final you just have like a crazy free-for-all where you all just battle it out in like a super cool arena-style showdown. I just think that that would be really cool to add to this game. But, I mean, I get that that's complicated, and maybe that's something to look forward to in the future. And quick little last note, I am loving this, and I am super looking forward to how this is going to affect how Blizzard does Overwatch events in the future for future holidays. Or other special events. But yeah, final thoughts. I love Junkenstein's Revenge. I thought it was super cool. I'm excited to see how this brawl mode will inform brawl modes in the future of Overwatch for their special events, and hopefully more story, more narration, building off of this idea of introducing a sort of new I don't want to say mechanic, a new play style, let's say, a new play form. Wave mode. That's all I want to say. Anyway, let's not drag this on any more than it has to, shall we? I hope you guys liked it. I certainly did. Junkenstein's Revenge. Totally check it out if you have Overwatch. If you don't, buy Overwatch, then check out Junkenstein's Revenge. It's super cool. Super awesome. And if you liked this video, you should definitely hit that like button down below. If you disliked it, you can hit the dislike button. That's cool. Comments, positive, negative, leave them below. I try to respond to all of them. But more than any of that, I hope that you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. I'm going to have to cut so much of this out. Oh my god, we'll get there. Oh, that's gonna be a whole rant unto itself. Oh look, a room full of explosives.
Oh, that got silly real fast.
Fiddlesticks is the worst.
What? Indeed. Yeah, that's my reaction too.
Thanks for stepping on my face. Here's the 3 gold. People here are weird. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.